All right. So when I go to break a track down, I've already got 3 MIDI tracks here that identify my 4, 8, and 16 bar lengths. And then I have 1 MIDI track for the song length. This lets me select this so I can easily export. When we're breaking tracks down, that's less important, but it does give us an easy way to measure song length. So I'm gonna drag my song in here. I've already set my DAW to 174 BPM since I know that this track is 174 BPM. So to start, we'll listen to the song and identify the different parts of the arrangement. We'll create a MIDI track here, and we'll just start by listening to the song. So this sounds to me like the intro. We'll create a clip and call it intro here. Now I hear some vocals come in, so we'll create a new MIDI track and identify where there's some vocals there. In here, but we're mainly listening for the arrangement here. We'll come here, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but we'll come here and listen for crash. So here, this is definitely the build. Usually, we can assume 816. Usually, about 16 bars is a phrase in drum and bass here. So we have the build here, and then we'll call this the turnaround. So while this is going, we'll create a MIDI clip here. I'm going to color it green so that we know that, hey, this is something different. Turn around, we'll call it. And then while this is going on, we hear that, okay, we've got our drop going on. We'll color it red so that we can see that, hey, this is something different. And then at the end, there is another turnaround. We've got our drop again. We'll call this drop 1 no vox so that we know that, hey, this is basically the drop again, but it's a little bit different. Then we can hear that we can already hear that the turnaround's starting to come. We'll drop our turnaround clip here. And then we've got drop one more time. The difference is here our vocals are pitched down instead of just the full vocal. So each time, we've heard the drop now 3 times. We've heard the same riff, but it's changed each time to keep the listener interested in what's going on. All right, so drop 1 vox down, we'll call it. This is a turnaround, but this is kind of a different turnaround, so we'll give it a little bit of a different color. This sounds really similar to the intro. We'll call this the breakdown. And color this something different, maybe a dark blue. Here's our build again. Maybe we color our intro something different as well. All right, so there's a lot going on. Vocals are starting to increase, and then we're building. And here we go. Here's our turnaround again. And if I were betting, we have basically the same turnaround, basically the same drop. We've got drop 2 with 4 on the floor beat here. We'll probably hear a turnaround. We hear it starting to build. Here's our turnaround. And then we're back to our drop. We'll call this drop 2. Drop 2, and we'll color this one red. And then here's our turnaround again. Here are building. And then our last turnaround, or our last drop here, sounds like drop 1 again, but with with fewer vox, basically. It's kind of the outro, really. So we'll give this a different color. And then it's similar to this turnaround here. And then this is our. All right, so now that we've got the overall arrangement, we can start listening and figuring out, okay, what is our drum pattern? So we'll create a new MIDI track and come in here to the drop. All right, so pretty clearly there is a kick and a snare. And then here's some hats. And there's definitely a crash in there. So, because drum and bass, snare is pretty much always on 2 and 4. We'll draw in our MIDI clips for our snare. And then our kick is on the end of 3. We can color these differently if we want. I generally like to have my drums all colored one color, but when doing something like this, it does make sense to color these differently so that you can see quickly, oh, look, there's my kick and there's my snare. And I've made these small because they are pretty quiet, or pretty short samples here. And then sounds like 8. We can give this different color as well. Maybe color these differently just to help us see the hats. Do this over and double check. Yep. Now we know. Yeah, so we know some things change here, right? So sounds like we get a kick. No snares, right? Oh, I hear a snare here. Boom. That's what it sounds like to me. All right. In this turnaround, there is here. And then, let's see. Sounds like our kick is just every quarter note there. Grab it. Oh, I meant to grab 4 there, but okay. All right, so we can hear kick, 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 kick. All right, so it starts to accelerate here, so we can just duplicate this. And then what is it doing here? We've doubled up on our kicks. right about here, it looks like. This and cut that in half. Cool. All right, so we've got our kick. There's that reverse crash. We can do have a crash. Maybe we duplicate this. First crash. Where did I hear that? It was kind of right there. Here. Maybe it's just like we've got our vocals, and then we've got our vocals here. Oh, let's listen here, there. That's just kind of a quick hit. All right, and then here, kind of the first word, and then it's just it's just repeating this word here, so we should probably just name this. And where does she speed up? Here. Along with our kick. We've got this vocal here. Different. Got him. Back to this phrase here. Well, let's maybe color this so it stands out. here, so we can hear it kind of. And then we've got basically this here. Copy the whole thing. I'm gonna copy the whole thing over. We'll figure out about the turnaround because I don't know that the turnarounds are the same, but pretty safe guess that the kick and snare are gonna be consistent through the rest of the drop. All right, we may as well add our bass in here now too. Also, I heard an ARP in here. Our ARP kind of starts out here, goes through most of the beginning there. Still here, it's very quiet, but we're still hearing the ARP kind of in the background. I think the crash is here, and it sounded like there might have been a reverse crash into that crash. Also, sounds like a kick. Stab here. Where was it? A stab, and then it sounded like there's a stab there. Another reverse crash, and then we have the kick. So the bass is kind of this is really the kind of the bass chug, right? This is building. All right, there we go. Where does that come in? Seems like right about here. Seems to me kind of like the same riff here. Yep. And bass solo. And actually, I don't know that I really want to do. Seems like it might be the same kind of riff, right? Let's copy this over. I think it is. It's basically the same riff. Except there is, okay. It's playing where the vocals were playing, right? Okay, and so here in the turnaround, this is interesting, right? So we do. Then there's nothing here. Pull out our drums almost completely. And then our chug is right back. And it sounds like we're kind of back to this pattern on our upper bass. Oh, now it's not even playing there. Oh, there's a crash. Crash. Pull that down. There's our art back. All right, and then our vocal, that is just our harmony now. Oh. Oh, no. Hold control. Was here. Okay. And so we hear this kind of lead bass come in a little bit more. that.
I'm gonna be better.
We're back to our build here. We can probably just copy and paste this here over.
I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be better.
And then, because this is 4 on the floor,
Don't deserve it.
keep 1. And I don't hear a snare.
I'm jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better, better than you thought. I promise I won't jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better, better than you thought. I promise I won't jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better, better than you thought. I promise I won't jealous, you jealous, you jealous, you jealous.
Then we're back to our standard beat here. Does sound like our hats continue throughout though. So grab these and move these over. We can grab the whole thing and put that in for drop 2. What I really want to start listening for is some crashes. There's a crash there.
I promise I won't jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better, better.
Crash there.
I'm gonna be better.
There's probably crash here. Oh, that's the reverse. Also hear a riser in the background there.
Better than you thought. I promise I won't jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better, better than you thought. I promise I won't jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better.
Yeah, so it really does just start with the ARP and that kind of noise sweep down. Have a listen here in our turnaround.
I'm gonna be better than you thought. I'm gonna be better. Jealous, you jealous, you jealous, you
Like a riser there.
jealous, you jealous, you jealous, you I'm gonna be better than you thought. Jealous, you
There's our reverse crash. I heard one there.
I'm gonna be better. Jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better. Jealous, you don't deserve it all. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better.
Another reverse and crash there. I hear a noise sweep again. Although, really more of an impact, isn't it? Off just a little bit there. Also sounds like there's a reverse crash. Here. Now, the thing that this doesn't capture well is filter movements and things like that.
I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna be
Guys are here. Guys are here. Oh, of course there is. Cool. So, I mean, we could spend a lot more time detailing out there's a bunch of effects in there, but kind of at a high level, we can now see where, okay, here's where our drums are. Here's what our build looks like. You know, here's where our bass comes in. Here's where our lead comes in. And really at a high level, we can look and kind of start to see what a session might look like when you're building out all these different things. The more detailed you get, obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but the more detailed you get, the better you'll be able to kind of start to see what other artists are doing. Wish I had a better conclusion. Yeah. So until the next time, if you'd like to download this set, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.